Okay.
I so over here. Your house, right?
Yes. Yeah.
You're over there. All right.
Let me just go confirm with them.
I know, I'm so proud of you. You killed it. You just gotta keep that straight. Who is this? Just keep that in there. You got it.
All right, let's ready to come to order. All right, we're gonna get started. First of all, open forum. Y'all, Sean,
Hey everyone, I'm Mary Elliott, if you guys don't know me. I'm Assistant Vice President of Communications and Marketing with Senate Outreach and Initiatives in Cabinet. And so it's kind of a new position that we're doing Senate stuff, just let us know, reach out to me. We also have a new program that we're starting up in Senate that we want to announce to you, and get you all excited for.
Hey guys, I'm Barrett, and so if you're doing a Cinder Spotlight, it's basically we'll pick your name randomly, and you'll get an email, and you can accept or decline if you don't want to. There'll be a few questions, and you can answer them. They'll be fine, easy, and then it'll be put in a graphical, your headshot, and put on an Instagram story, and then you can get your friends to share it and hype you up.
So make sure like Senate Spotlight on Senate, to go also on our Twitter and Instagram. So,
Yes. Follow the Twitter. We brought it back.
woo! Yeah.
It was American.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Riley.
Hey guys, I'm Riley, and I'm Director of Academic Affairs at the Cabinet. I just want to talk to you all a little bit about reading days. So reading days are happening over the summer, which accumulated a lot of research and other peer-reviewed institutions on how reading days work. If y'all don't know kind of what reading days or also known as field days are, it's something that Auburn currently does not have, where the week before finals, we would have a couple of days either single-handedly perform either no class or no exams. We think that are really beneficial for student success. So what we would like to see really from y'all is in the next coming weeks, if y'all can, please talk to your deans, kind of put it in their ear about reading days, start trying to influence them if you can. And if y'all have any questions, you can send them to me, Carlos, Julianne, or the academic affairs team. Thank you guys.
Hey guys, my name is Peter Maloof, and I'm standing with Stuart this week because I believe in acknowledging everybody in the Auburn family.
Hey guys, it's really fun to be back here. Shout out to Extra Mile. So this week I'm so honored to be standing next to not only my candidate, but one of my very best friends. Mary and I go back to freshman year, the first day of school, even before that. And she has always genuinely put her love for the Lord first and then people second. She always puts herself last in everything that she does. And her connection with her platform, Special Deliveries of Lee County, truly illustrates how she comforts and supports everyone around her upon the first time. And so that's why I'm so excited to be standing with her today and letting them hear a little bit more about her heart.
Hey y'all, I'm Mary, and I'm really excited and honored to be one of the top 5 candidates for this homecoming this week. So with my platform, Stand with Stewart, we're going to be focusing on Special Deliveries of Lee County, which is a child abuse prevention center for our area. Some of the things that Special Deliveries does is offer in-home therapy, classes, and also teaches mothers how to prevent and detect child abuse in their own homes. So what they're going to do is when mothers are taking these classes, they can rank up points. So a lot of these women come from places where they can't really afford things for their children. So as they get these points, they can use them in the store at Special Deliveries to get baby food supplies, like clothes, and all the things they need to nurture their children. A lot of these women were raised in kind of broken homes, so they never really were nurtured by their own family. So it's really brave of them to reach out to Special Deliveries to come and learn these skills so they can give their children better lives. Some of them come in who don't even know how to hold a baby, feed a baby, so them really putting them out there is something that made me want to get involved with it. One of the ways we're going to support them this week is by having benefit nights, and so we're going to have one tomorrow night at Mama Goldberg's and Thursday night at Burger Pie, and the money from this will go to buy gift cards and things that are incentives to give to the mothers when they reach a milestone, such as like getting their driver's license, taking a certain amount of classes, or going for a job they really want. I think this is really important to me because a lot of times as Auburn students, we kind of see ourselves as the center of the university, we're the Auburn family, and we forget that it stretches way beyond our campus, even past just our alumni. The area of Lee County really supports our students, and I think it's time that we give back to them. So I really hope that you guys will come and be in a conference this week, learn a little bit more about Special Deliveries and how you can get involved with them, and also learn a little bit more about me, and that you'll give me a little bit more of your time. But I appreciate y'all letting me come in. I hope y'all stay with Stuart. Thank y'all.
Anybody else like to utilize them?
Hey y'all, I would love it if you could help me welcome my Miss Homecoming this week, Sophie Brent. Hey y'all, as most of you may know, my name is Caroline Willoughby, and this week I'm going to be the face with Brent by helping a fellow Auburn student financially stay in school.
Hey guys, I'm Brett Wagner. This week I'm going to be the face with Fruit by helping my peers who need help in school know where to find it.
Hello y'all, my name is Eleni Shanku, and this week I'm going to be the face with Brent by breaking down cultural barriers on campus through engagement
Hey y'all, my name is Matthew Carroll, and it is so good to be back in the Senate room. This week I'm doing base with Brent by being an encouragement to the Auburn family as a member of the Auburn family. I would love to take a minute if you would lend your ears, and I just would love to tell you about the personality of who Sophie is as our candidate for Miss Homecoming. If I had 2 words to describe Sophie, it would be authentic and genuine. Her heart for loving others is so real and so loving, and I just really would encourage each and every one of y'all throughout this next week to take an opportunity to be the face with Brent and go out on the concourse and have conversations with Sophie, because she really, truly would love to have a conversation individually with each and every one of you, and I know she's going to love on you so well through her platform. So without further ado, if you'd help me welcome my Miss Homecoming candidate, Sophie Brent.
Good evening, Senators. Thank you so much for your time tonight. I know y'all have a lot to do tonight and have a lot of people that want to see you, so thank you. As Matthew said, my name is Sophie Brent, and I have the honor and truly speechless by the opportunity to run for Miss Homecoming this year. It has been such a learning season. I'm truly grateful for everything that this has brought with it. And so my platform this year is Be the Face with Brent. So when I started thinking about the things that mean the most to me, I realized that family kept recurring. Just the word and faces kept coming up in my mind. And so when I started thinking about what it entails, a family, what does it look like just to be the nature of family, realized that there were several things that came to mind, including loving each other in a way that supports various aspects of life. When I started kind of thinking through those, I realized it formed the word FACE as an acronym: financial support, academic assistance, cultural understanding, and encouraging spirit. When you look at all of those together, they form a beautiful conglomeration of what it means to actually be a family. So this week we're going to dive into how to be the Auburn family by delving into each of these points. So we're going to be raising money for a student scholarship for a student who's having a difficult time staying in school, potentially juggling multiple jobs, having a hard time making ends meet. We are going to be providing resources for students to understand what opportunities they have to get help outside the classroom, because as we all know, it can be hard to juggle school on top of many other commitments that we all have as students. We are also going to be talking about how to culturally engage the student population here. We were recently voted by Princeton to be #1 happiest students, but we showed great room for improvement in the sense of engaging those around us in cultural diversity and intentionality. And that is something that Auburn itself has already provided us a framework to do through organizations like the International Student Organization, and those are the resources that we have at our fingertips and just need to utilize, because when you really engage with others, you see the beauty of those around you, and you realize that bias is formed from lack of understanding, from lack of knowledge, and when you engage, you can that goes away. And so the last thing that we're going to really want to hit home is that as family, we all need encouragement. Days can be long, days can be tough, and sometimes you just need someone to tell you everything's going to be okay. And so to wrap up the week, we're just going to spend time learning on one another and encouraging each other through small things, through big things. And that is my heart behind this, and I hope that is something that each of you can get behind in your own personal life and personal leadership, leveraging the roles that you have and the voice that you have as leaders on campus to be the face as well. So thank you for your time. It is an honor to be here. We hope you have a good day.
Hey y'all, my name is Caroline Pond, and this week I want to make it matter because as an elementary education major, I believe that books are a vital part in children reaching their academic goals in the classroom.
Hey y'all, I'm Graf Sullivan, and this week I'm making it Matthews because 60% of low-income families in our area do not have children's book at home.
Hey you guys, my name is Deshaun Chase, and this week I'm making it Matthews because I feel like Miss Homecoming is the physical representation of Auburn's vision and passion, and also I know that Caroline will make Lee County have a greater future. So I'd like to introduce my candidate for Miss Homecoming, Caroline Matthews.
Hey everyone, I'm Caroline. I'm so excited to have the opportunity to come and speak to you all about my platform this week. So my platform is children's literacy. I'm actually an English literature major. I've always loved reading, love the opportunities that it opens in young children's lives. And so I'm so excited that my platform was able to relate to my life in that way. And so we have 3 main points that we're trying to accomplish with my platform. The first one is we're having a book drive on the concourse. So we have a big box painted where we'll be collecting books. So if any of y'all have any children's books laying around or want to go out and buy some, we would love for y'all to stop by and drop off some books or just ask any questions you might have. The second big point of my platform is a tutoring program. We're going to have a tutoring program set up where Auburn University students can make those one-on-one connections with students at elementary schools that may need extra time. Sometimes classrooms have just have large classes, and they just need that one-on-one time, and I think Auburn University students should get back into that so well. And the final point of my platform is benefit night, so we actually all just came from a BurgerFi benefit night, and then tonight we also have a benefit night at Big Times where we'll be bowling, so that lasts until 10 p.m., so if y'all want to stop by, we would love that. I appreciate y'all's time, I love getting to stop by and talk to y'all, but I believe in education, and I know all of y'all believe in education as well, so I hope y'all will join with me and make it Matthews this week. Thank y'all.
Would anybody else like to utilize open forum?
Hey guys, I'm Hayes Caston, and I'm soaring high with Hightower this week.
James Sadie, soaring high with Maggie this week.
And I'm Kat, and I'm soaring high with Maggie this week.
So I'd like to touch a little bit on Maggie's platform. She's actually trying to elevate the Eagles program, which is kind of a new program here at Auburn. Just started last year. We now have 8 students in it. But the main point of Maggie's platform, she wants to get the Eagles program more involved on campus. That means get them into organizations like SGA, like Impacts, things like that. And we really want to push their involvement into, it is very expensive to be a part of the Eagles program. On top of tuition, they also have to pay for room and board plus a $30,000 entrance into the program. And so through benefit nights, we were trying to raise money for a scholarship for that program. And Maggie actually could not be here tonight because we had a benefit night at Taco Mama where she was eating with some of the Eagle students. So I decided that I'd stand up for her with Kat and with James up here at the Senate. So thank you all for your time.
Would anybody else like to utilize open forum? All right, that's it. So now we're moving to roll call. So senators, please pick up your iPad and click in. Click A. All right, the minutes were sent out electronically. Are there any corrections to the minutes? All right, seeing none, they're approved and corrected. So now we're moving reports, starting with officers.
Hey y'all, happy homecoming week. Thank you to everyone who came to the kickoff today. It was awesome. So moving forward this week, we have a couple more opportunities to involve. So Friday will be a big day for homecoming. Saturday will be an even bigger day. But on Friday, we'll have the opportunity to join with the city in celebrating the Auburn family. And so this will look like having the homecoming parade at 6 o'clock on Friday. And then at 6:30, the pep rally will be following on Sacred Lawn. So at 6 o'clock, we ask for you all's help to first walk in the parade and participate in that. It's a really awesome opportunity to engage with the community in a way that you might not typically be able to. And then second, to volunteer. So if you are interested in volunteering with either the parade or the pep rally, please look at the form from this week in SGA. And then second, freshman forum. So freshman forum interviews are going on right now. If y'all see that team, give them encouragement because they are doing an awesome job and they have prepared well for these freshmen. With that being said, we also have a couple open spots for greeters. And so if you have any time this week, please do the sheet that Carla sent out to you all or the sheet in this week in SGA and sign up for those open spots. It'll just be really important that we can welcome them with open arms and make them feel comfortable as they walk into their interview because that's such an important role and it's their first Auburn interview, so we want to set them up for success and set them up well. But thank you all for all of those things.
Who else is that officer?
y'all are the ones who are in your colleges and you see the issues that are going on, and that's a really tangible way that we can fix issues. It's absolutely about the Tiger Transit routes. So please keep doing that, y'all, and advocating for what your students want to see change. Thanks, y'all.
On that note, I guess I'm running minutes. So I just wanted to thank y'all for all the feedback that you sent in about the Tiger Transit, and I wanted to give y'all an update. So we went to the director of the Tiger Transit on Friday, and we took to him the most prevalent concerns that we had, which were the North Auburn route, the one that goes to Creekside, Aspen Heights, and out to the mall. And then we had South Donahue, which was having an overcrowding issue. So North Auburn was having a big issue of people taking about 35 or 45 minutes to get home from campus because they were having to go out to the Auburn Mall and hit all of those stops before they made it back. So we actually worked with Tiger Transit we haven't finalized this yet, so I'd love your feedback. But he's proposed that we add a stop on the way out. So if you hit Creekside and Aspen Heights, you go back to campus, you would be able to hit a stop right next to Creekside and Aspen Heights on North Dean before you go back out to the mall, so they would never have to go on that part of the loop if they didn't want to go out to the mall. So it's taken all of that time off the route. However, the stop can only be added on the opposite side of the road, so they will have to cross the road. And there's not a crosswalk; it's not necessarily like a mid crossing. So if you guys have any feedback before I respond to him, I would love to know it. But I think that's a great solution for us for now. It's going to cut that wait time down. People aren't going to be having to come back on campus parking illegally and get towed and just keep up an issue. So that's going to help out big time. So another thing was for the South Dawn route, we were having an overcrowding issue with the connection, and so we requested another bus to be added to that route, and another bus has been added to that route effective today. So just want you guys to know that they're extremely receptive to our feedback, and we really appreciate you guys sending it in because we really use it to move forward. And then moving on from that, safety walk is a week from today, so y'all did a great job of being there last semester, and it was awesome. So please come back. Please have everyone in your committees and your teams coming out to help out. We're going to have it at 7 p.m. in this room next week, so try to be in here by 6:45. I know it's a little bit different for you guys, so if you can't make it that early, that's okay. But we're requesting everyone be in here at 6:45, and then as well, it's going to kick off Safety Week, which is going to be something different every single day. We're going to have first responders out on Monday, Green Dot on Tuesday. Friday, we're going to have health promotion, wellness students, and alcohol demonstrations on what a standardized drink is for students to be able to see that. So there's all kinds of different days you can sign up for, depending on what you're interested in. So we'll be sending those out at the end of the week or even on Sunday night. But please be signing up for that. We really need all hands on deck for Safety Week because it's one of our newest initiatives that we have. That's what we go on. We really appreciate you guys' help. But thank you all so much.
All right, hey everyone. So my team actually came and spoke a little bit about some Senate-specific stuff, but I also wanted to touch on the guide to game day that we sent out as an email about 2 weeks ago. Just wanted to thank everyone for helping share that and send everything out. Based off or from the first game, we gathered some student feedback and then got feedback at Captain as well. So if any of you have any ideas to improve the game day system, please send them an email to Cap so then we can talk with athletics and find out ways to better disseminate some updates and changes. So I know one of the biggest things is just communicating a shift down to gate 8. I think Brad's motto is gate 8, no wait. So just remember that. Gate 8 has the lowest metal detector lines generally, so remember that. We'll be pushing out some more, making some updated materials. So with that, I just wanted to give a shout out to Senator Gray because she's always sharing all the social media posts. I think it popped up that she shared the guide to game day. It's like even if you don't have tickets, you will still be affected by the carbon filters. And it popped up that she was sharing those to like the grad student Facebook page. So yeah. Thank you, Senator Gray. Oh yes, question.
Okay, I'm sorry. Just what feedback? It would be great if we had like a charging station in the student section.
Okay.
Yeah.
A charging station? Okay. Anything else?
I got that out for the I don't know if we ever sent to the student section.
Okay.
And one girl told me she got in without her credit card, and like if people are doing that, then people would actually have to just
Okay.
Yeah, let's get to it. Any more game day feedback?
got that going. So, and the metal detector's pretty quick, out there like hour, 10 minutes for, I got in the block an hour before I was in the picture, hopefully. And so whoever did whatever it took to have that happen, great job.
Thank you.
Yes. I heard from a lot of my friends that they really enjoy the all white out. And they liked the white shakers and they liked that the whole stadium was kind of white. They thought it was really different, but they really appreciated it.
Great.
Yeah, so a lot of people that I talked to, like that showed up, you know, I wouldn't say late, but like probably about 40 minutes or so before kickoff. Like they had to be turned back and they had to leave again.
That's how it was for us.
And so I don't know if it's like that all the time for everybody or if that was an issue specific to this game. But like, I know that a lot of people who had tickets to the game were never watching it. So. It was over.
We were like in the
There was-
staircase
there
and
was
there was
noise.
nowhere to go, so they were like, don't. The Stand 18 Grubhub, big hit. So I don't know about adding another one, but a lot of my friends use that.
Yeah, I'll just speak to Sam's concern just a little bit. So yeah, Sam, a lot of people in there. This was what everybody probably experienced. One thing to be aware of is that athletics does provide, at least for as many games as they're able to, the overflow student seating up in the upper deck. So there were 930 students that were on their way out the gates that were then handed a free ticket to go up into the upper deck to have an assigned seat in the assigned section just like anywhere else in the stadium, and there were more of those available. So for students that tell you, I bought a ticket and athletics didn't have a seat for me, that may be true for the lower bowl, but they did have an opportunity to go sit somewhere.
And now is that something that, like, is that a problem we're going to face? Is that just because it was a game that we expected lower attendance? So other people got guest passes and that kind of thing?
Yeah, great question. A lot of it has to do with how many tickets the away team accepts. So every game, the away team gets a certain amount of tickets that they're allotted, and a lot of times they don't use all of those, and that has an impact on how many seats are available up above. Also, ticket sales, just generally in alumni sections for different games, depends on how many athletics are able to hold back. And I will say that while we do need to give them some tough feedback on it being overcrowded, I will say that they are doing what they can to, even when they realize we've got more tickets available, they're not selling those, they're holding them back because they know they're going to need to have some overflow for students. So it's one great thing is that you guys are demonstrating the demand that students have for tickets. And that equips these guys to be more effective in this year's conversations about what the student section needs to look like next year. So hopefully we continue to demonstrate that demand and see where we can go from there.
Where do people like get those tickets for the overflow?
Great
Do they just
question.
ask them?
Great question. So you guys may know where the Chick-fil-A stand is, probably the best point of reference. So right at the bottom of that ramp that goes up the upper deck, it's right beyond the Chick-fil-A stand.
Is there a way that that could possibly be added to the guide to game day graphic? Like if the student section is full, see people by Chick-fil-A?
So we can add that, but also in the email that athletics sent out on Thursday, they actually sent out the guide email to every single student who got a ticket for the game. But it also had a link that said that there was like the corrective that where students could go ahead and have the overflow signs in the upper deck.
Another thing that will happen this coming week, hopefully if they get it done and for future weeks, but also save my voice a little bit of yelling at people that are not to leave, is they're going to provide some signs that just say, hey, free student overflow.
Will we ever face the issue of the overflow seating being full?
That's a good question.
Like, are we overselling tickets even with the overflow seating?
So it's, athletics does their best to look at attendance from the past and percentage of students that have tickets versus the percentage of students that use tickets. And that's what they use to determine their numbers of what they sell. As you guys know, how the team is doing has a large impact on what percentage of people are going to come. So it's a game that they have to play and that we need to keep giving them feedback on in terms of how many tickets are safe for you guys to sell. And considering that upper deck overflow, are we going to have that? Are we not? And so their safety, their priority is safety, ours is as well. We need to make sure that we're all on the same page with what that means when it comes to ticket sales.
And to speak to someone's concern earlier about entering the stadium, Auburn Athletics understands that there is a little bit of a slower process this week, and they'll be opening up half of another gate for students to help make that process even more efficient for students to get their seats.
Forgive me if this has already been answered, but for like an SEC game or a bigger game, are those overflow
exact numbers for what the overflow amounts are gonna be, but they did share with me this past Saturday that for Mississippi State, they have tickets that they could still be selling, that they're not, so that, they can pull those back and have student overflow.
One more thing just to say too, metal detector lines weren't that bad, but just anticipating some bigger crowds for some more games, SEC play, as we were speaking about a second ago. There was only one basket to put your stuff in before you went through the metal detector. Might be nice to have a few of those so the people you're passing it down have it ready in the basket, ready to go, hand it off, and someone's passing the baskets back for more again, just so you're not in that line as long as some people did have to sit.
I just wanted to take a question also. So every student who requested a ticket package got last Wednesday. So for some of those bigger names, they'll be packaged so that everyone won't have that ticket. So that might help a little bit.
They don't release a ticket for Alabama and Georgia specifically.
Some of the metal detector lines didn't have bins at all.
No
So,
bins?
yeah, it'd definitely be great to see a lot of, like, even extra bins up there, because it's super cheap, and it definitely helps speed things up.
Do you remember which date that was?
No sense.
Great, thank you.
Also, with making that go faster, I know like me and three of my friends have on our game day nights and they went off, so they had to get back out and come back in. They didn't tell us that before, so if they like let people know before, they can turn buttons off.
Right. That's great. Yes.
For the gig that I went through, I also had a left button, and they let me through without checking. They were like, "Oh, it's probably your button," which like that was like good for me, but also like they didn't check me whatsoever, and it was just because I have a button on. So.
Right, thank you, that's a great point. Okay, if y'all have any more, feedback, please let us know, here's what, thanks for y'all are doing, and thank you for, just encourage people to get in early, move to the left, keep it going, gate 8, it's good, and then stay hydrated, that's awesome, thanks y'all.
Are there more officers that need to? That's it. All right, so now we're moving to reports of colleges, starting with at large. Agriculture, business.
Sadie Business, thank you, Mr. President. This Thursday, September 12th, we will be having the ribbon cutting ceremony for the Graduate Business Building. It's going to be 1:30 to 3 o'clock, huge, I know. We're very excited. So please, Friday, September 12th, so correction. But looking forward to that. Please join us. We'd love to have you.
CADC,
No report.
COSAM,
No report.
education,
No report.
engineering.
I'll take engineering. So this week we're having mock interview days for our students. We're having young alumni, which is like 3 to 15 years that have been graduated, come back and interview those students to help prepare them for our engineering and technology career fair next week. And then on Friday, we will be having our dedication for our new building. And so what we're doing is having basically a tiger walk for the donors that are coming back to make them feel special and to thank them for all of their donations that have made this amazing building possible.
All right, forestry and wildlife.
My name is Fortune Wildlife Sciences. This Saturday at 3:30 there will be an alumni luncheon and tailgate in front of the forestry building. And your peas.
All right, grad school.
Great, grad school. Just quick, we finally had our graduate student council first meeting of the semester a couple weeks ago at the very end of August. So we're getting on our committees there, so hopefully I'll have more to tell you all from grad student council in 2 weeks.
All right, human sciences.
Huntley Human Sciences. So as I mentioned, all of you have a new dean, Dr. Susan Hubbard, who is the dean of Human Sciences. One of the things that she's put together is a strategic planning work group to come up with a strategic plan for the College of Human Sciences for the next 35 years. One thing that they're doing on September 26th from 9 to 10 is Title 244 is a focus group for students to come to provide feedback about the College of Human Sciences. I've already communicated that with the ambassadors for the next 4 Human Sciences in the room.
services on Mondays when all of the nursing students are in the building on that one day. Expanding the C-store, getting more microwaves because we currently only have one that serves 300 people. And then also food trucks, and so there's a lot of exciting things to come to the nursing building and the nursing school, and I'm excited, so we'll keep you updated.
Pharmacy,
QTC Pharmacy, so this month is Immunization Awareness Month. So you'll see a lot of things from the pharmacy school talking about it being Immunization Awareness Month. So reach out to your constituents to get their flu shot.
vet med,
Sure, VetMed. So this past week, just to speak on some issues and resources that have already been brought up tonight, I had a couple of constituents approach me with a crosswalk safety issue. It goes across Wire Road. For those of you that aren't familiar with that campus, that's where we sit, in between the Equestrian Center and our Veterinary Education Center. There is a crosswalk painted, but there is no formal light to request to cross the street, and we have a new Tiger Transit stop right at that location. So we're moving forward. I submitted an Auburn answers and received timely feedback. So again, like encouraging y'all to do that because it worked out really well for us. So we're moving forward on that. If you have any advice or support that you can offer that issue, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you.
alright. So now we move to committee reports, start with academic affairs.
Intel engineering. So these past couple of weeks, we've been having difficulty scheduling our weekly meetings, and so we've been having pseudo virtual meetings over these past 2 weeks, and we've just been communicating that way. But this week we will be meeting on Wednesdays at 8:20, and hopefully we don't have to change that. So
AM or PM?
PM, 8:20 PM. We did have Sadak join our committee group last week, so he brought up a very important issue, and we're glad to have him on the team. So that's where our meeting's going to be. And then over these past 2 weeks, a couple of students have come up to me with an issue about the lack of, like, the complete lack of printers in their building. So I want to ask y'all, especially in the new building, so like the new business building and then the new engineering building, is there a lack of printers, like having no printers anywhere on campus that we can kind of work with OIT with to kind of fix something about that or do something about that?
To my knowledge, not all of us.
And if you use if you like go on the web print thing, you can pull up, you can see every single active printer on campus. That might just be an easy way to see all of the locations that there are like printers on.
Okay.
I can send it to you.
Okay, send that to me afterwards. Does anyone have just some like real fast to shoot at?
There are printers in Parker, but a lot of times if you print things, it'll be like a 10% grade reduction on a lab or something, like for having to print it in that lab. So I don't know, maybe just like a printer, yeah, like a student printer that people can access.
They're gonna say building our knowledge has any printers.
Okay. And this might just be something that they're trying to just centralize. I'm gonna take this to OIT and see what their thoughts are about this. Sadak, did you have something?
Yeah, the village doesn't have a printer anymore.
Anymore?
In the village dining, yeah, they had one last year, but they don't have one this year. Ever since they renovated it. Went poof.
I had one right in front of the
They just took it away?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone else? Okay, awesome. So I'm gonna take those to OIT and see what we can do about this, and I'll have a report for y'all, not next week as a safety walk, but in 2 weeks. And then we're also in 2 weeks gonna be discussing Scantron machines, so just kind of be thinking about that if y'all's buildings need Scantron machines. Thank y'all.
Alright, budget and finance.
City Business, thank you, Mr. President. Budget and Finance is on a roll right now. Had our preliminary hearings last week. Went very well. Got to hear a lot from the SAOs and really got a better understanding of their budgets. We're actively looking through the budgets that have been submitted, getting everything ready for not tomorrow, but next Tuesday, the final budget hearing. That'll be in this room here. It will be in one of the little rooms. We'll have it blocked off, but would love to have you there. It'd be a great opportunity to answer a lot of your questions that you might have in the following weeks as we bring it to the Senate floor. I encourage all of you to be actively looking through budgets. Please reach out to me. Can we start looking at some budgets, answer some questions you might have, just so we can prevent sitting in Senate a few weeks from now for a few hours over questions that could have been answered pretty quickly and in a more timely manner, and probably have some better questions to ask if we're proactively looking. So if you see any of the budget and finance team members, would love some words of encouragement. These have been a tough few weeks, really working through a lot of hard hours. So thank you to them. Keep up the great work, guys, and please let us know what we can do for you.
What time is the hearing?
Hearings at 5 o'clock.
All right, code of laws.
Board of Arts. Okay, so we changed our meeting time. It's still Tuesday, but we just bumped it back 30 minutes to 5. So not, never mind. And then, so like last year, if you were in here or if you know anything or if you don't, we had an overhaul of just a lot of changes to the code where we went through and we kind of changed the wording of a lot of things. And just like there was a lot of bills that went through where we made changes. And so this year, our main focus, we've been working really closely with Pearson, is just cleaning up those changes. So we have 5 that are coming through tonight, and then the rest of the semester, there's going to be a lot that are coming through, and it's like reference number changes because we changed the way the code was formatted. So you're just going to be seeing a lot of those in the next few weeks, near future, and yeah, that's all I got.
All right, inclusion and diversity.
Osmic Quiz-Ham. I just want to shout out my committee. Over half of them were at Spectrum last week, and that was the first week that our subcommittees have kind of been rolling. So snaps for you guys, proud of y'all. That being said, oh yeah, with that being said, Heather Mann, who usually comes to Senate and speaks on behalf of Spectrum, wanted me to announce a few things because she couldn't be here tonight. She's thankful for the SGA members who were present. There were a lot of people outside of just my committee that were there, so thank you to everyone who showed up. She said it made it hugely forward in making us feel like our voices and thoughts were heard. This week's meeting will be special officer election, so if anyone wants to come, you could get to know their new officers and get to work with Spectrum on their business, and they will also be announcing their liaison for SGA events, so looking forward to including a Spectrum liaison here in Senate. Thanks, Carlos, for all that work that you've done. Gotta start with Carlos. And Spectrum will be taking part in the homecoming festivities this weekend. They'll have a few members march in the parade, and then they will have Pride on the Plains, picnic Saturday with members of Tuskegee's LGBTQ student organization. That'll be on Sanford Lawn from 1 to 5. If you want to come, bring food or non-alcoholic beverages, and they'll have games, and everyone's welcome.
All right, student affairs.
Thank you. What a game. I want to take the opportunity to thank Pearson. As I was getting ready to hand out the game, I saw one guy there that was passing out about 1 million tickets. I thought, who is that? And I looked over there and I saw Pearson handing it out, and there were about 50 people coming at him at one time. He was handing those tickets out too. And he does so much work behind the scenes and in front of the scenes, and we really don't, I don't believe that he receives as much recognition as he so truly deserves. So I want to take this opportunity to thank him. And also I want to thank our Student Affairs Committee. We passed our first resolution in the Student Affairs Committee, and we look forward to that going through exec this week and hearing before soon. Thank you.
All right, exec committee.
Kathleen from the Thompsons. So office hours. First week, not gonna lie, it was a little rough. I sent out a lot of emails regarding absences for office hours, and y'all promised it hurts me more than it hurts to like send those emails. I know a lot of you do them, and then you don't fill out the book, and you forget, and it happens, so it's definitely happened to me in the past. So just make sure you're filling out that book. Pro tip from someone who's been there, done that. I usually like set a reminder on my phone to like set off every week, so I remember to go and give it at a time where I'll be on this week, bring my computer. So just something to keep in mind going forward. But office hours look really, really great this week. So snaps to yourself for completing those. Y'all did really, really great. We won't be having Senate next week. I'm sure Carlos had that included in his announcements, but we'll be having safety walk instead. That will start at 7 o'clock. And please, if you're available, which all of you should be because we normally have Senate at that time, please be there at safety walk. If you're a captain, thank you for volunteering your time to do that. I know a lot of members in SGA really appreciate that. Me and Carlos, over the next week or so, will be having one-on-one support meetings with all of our committee chairs, kind of to talk about your goals and your action items and things that we can do going forward to support you in your efforts as we finish out this term. Going into next spring,
maybe like a question or a way that we can best support you, please make sure your committee chairs get that information so that we can figure out how to best support y'all throughout the rest of your terms. Legislation deadline for Senate Exec is tomorrow at 7 p.m. So if you have any legislation that needs to go through Senate Exec on Wednesday, please make sure that's submitted. And then speaking of Senate Exec on Wednesday, as you all know, we meet on Wednesdays at 7 a.m. This week instead of being in conference room B, will be in conference room A. So if you plan to be there, just make sure you go to that conference room. That's all for me.
I'm sorry, Senator Huntley, for raising my hand briefly. I got so excited that I left one thing off on my announcement. I've received a lot of feedback from a lot of fraternities, in particular KA, the Farmhouse, True 2, and Lambda Chi, 3 traditional fraternities who score really high in academics, that lost their block seating this year. And I find it very, very sad as a Greek man and to know that these men work tirelessly to perform well academically and to excel on campus and off campus, and to see those individuals not receive block seating. It's very, very sad, and I hated that was brought up to my attention. Thank you.
So next we're moving to current orders of business. We don't have any, so then we'll go to future orders of business. Let's see, pull it up.
Okay. 19092301, Chapter 200 Code Corrections.
This one by Senator Ward.
Alright, Board of Arts, so, this code correction is, it was confusing, it looks like it's a phrase change, it's not, this is the only place in the code that was in a completely different font, and so, that's how it's marked on it.
Okay, so 19092302, Chapter 300 Code Corrections.
This one by Senator Ward.
This code change, like I said, we renumbered a lot of things, so this is just an update on the numbering.
19092303, Chapter 500 Code Corrections.
This is also brought to you by Senator Ward. You just keep
So
going.
sorry. This one is another reference change. Like I said, when you change one thing in the code, a lot of my affects everything else, for a lot of other references, so that's what it is.
19092304, Chapter 900 Code Corrections.
Okay, and this one is also another reference change. If you have any questions about these, there's one more. But if you have any questions about these, you shoot me an email and I'll say it.
Oh, okay.
19092305, 2019-2020 Cabinet Confirmations.
Huntley Human Human Sciences. So Jack Wilbeck reached out to me back in the spring and then back again in the fall regarding some late additions to his team on cabinet. So as you all know, for Chapter 300, we have to approve all of those members that are then added to a cabinet team. So those are those names and their titles. So if you have any questions about that, please feel free to contact me or Jack over the next week or 2 weeks.
19092306, Title X Code Corrections.
This is just, we have changed the title, because we renumbered it. So again, if you have any questions, let me know.
So that is it for future orders of business. We're now moving to announcements. So yeah, a lot of my announcements got covered a little bit already, but just to reiterate it, next week, try to be able, get here at 6:45 for safety walk. And another thing, because it's safety week, on that Thursday is building safety is what we're gonna do. So basically, we'll get more details with that in the very near future, but will have you and the schools council counterparts standing outside your college being able to provide your constituents with information on building safety, where to exit for their fire, or whatever the case may be, so stuff like that. We'll get y'all more details when it's all drawn out more, so that's also something to be on the lookout for Safety Week. But yeah, no sit next week, 6:45. Next is signing up for things, just helping out our teams, being greeted for the freshman forum interviews, and other concourse opportunities. Just make sure to help out in that way, and Kevin will help us out in return. Schools Council, last week we had the monthly meeting. Thank you for those that could come to the meeting and stand in even if needed be. So make sure you're still reaching out to them, forming that relationship. I still have those papers if you want to revisit some of the stuff y'all wrote down for goals. I have them at all times in my office or whatever, so make sure to come for that. And my legislation of the week is about bike share. So in 2011, Auburn had no bike share programs, and surveying by using research, feedback, and assessment found out that they had plenty of results that students saw there was a need for this. So asked for $34,875 for commuter bikes from the concessions board at this time through a resolution. That was the route. But either way, we have a bike share program now on campus, so just another tidbit. That's all I have for announcements this week. So, Dana.
Alright, hi everybody, how are we doing? Good, how are you? It's homecoming week, come on, how are we doing?
Woo! Here we go.
Alright, that's what I like to hear. Alright, so those of you that I have not personally got to work with yet, I'm sorry, but my name is Jennifer William, so I get to also work with Pearson within SGA, so I get to work with programs, communications, and marketing. So that's why I'm here in front of you today and qualified to get P's, hopefully. But one of the things that we really like to hone in on as advisors and student affairs professionals is figuring out how we can prepare you all for career readiness. Not only post-grad, but while you are here and making sure that you are able to get those internship opportunities, those co-ops, things like that that are going to help set you up for success after Auburn. So, with that being said, I'm going to head into point number 1 of 3. Alright, so one thing that we really want to make sure that you are focusing on is to be intentional in your experiences and how you can support you in your learning path. So one word that I know that we love to use at Auburn is intentional. And so there's one word that I know that you all really know how to focus on and how to implement. So something that I want you to be thinking about is not to spread yourself so thin just to stack that resume. But what are some things that you can personally speak to, something that you really know that your why is in, and something that you can really, when you're in front of an interview and you've been given the opportunity to speak about things that you've been able to do, that you can really say, yes, I did this. These are the skills and the things that I did that got this initiative, this project moving forward, and that's how I served the student body of Auburn, whether it was through SGA or not. So, point number 2. So, identify and understand the transferable skills you're developing as an involved student. Something that I've already kind of talked about, but there's some things where, whether it's talking with your constituent, that's public speaking skills, it's one-on-one, social environment, social cues, things like that. Or if it's something that you're identifying within your college or Auburn as a bride, just thinking about what are those things in your day-to-day tasks, but then also your long-term projects, your long-term initiatives and things like that that you're working on, and in your committees. So just thinking about like budget and finance, all the skills that you're learning right now, that's huge. So thinking about what are those things that you're learning right now that you can then speak to, but then also make sure you're showing and not just telling them in your resume. Point number 3. Another thing that I know that we love to include ourselves in, and that's something that I love about Auburn, is finding your why. And I know that each of you have your why because you're sitting in these seats right now and you ran on campaigns, and it's something that you spoke to and you got elected into the seat, right? So think about that. What is your why? Not just within SGA, not just within Auburn, but long term. And think about what can you be doing here now that can set you up for success, and how can we help you do that? So that's all I've got except for the last slide, which connects it all together. So the University Career Center is a huge resource that we have here on campus. If you don't know where it's at, it's in Mary Martin Hall. Go check it out. They have a lot of opportunities like drop-in. So if your schedule is super flexible, Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., drop on by, say hello, learn all about what they can do for you. Other thing, exactly in this room on Thursday, super exciting, is mock interviews. So if it's something that you want to brush up on,
something that you haven't had an opportunity to do in a while, or if you want to learn and figure out how to phrase a new opportunity that you've been working on in an interview setting, drop on by 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. right here in this room this Thursday. Get ready.
Is it drop in or in person?
That's a great question.
And you can register online.
Yes.
Which is also up here, career.auburn.edu. Any other questions, thoughts, concerns, comments for the good of the order? No? Okay, all right. Well, War Eagle, happy homecoming week, and I'll see y'all around.
Alright, I skip liaisons, I believe, so we go ahead and go to liaisons.
Jackson Student Veterans. Alright, so I'll make this quick. So we have two things coming up. First, we have, as you all know, September 11th coming up. Everybody remembers what happened there? Cool. We are going to be housing a memorial for that at the Draft House tomorrow from 5 to 9. There'll be a flag holding ceremony, and it's going to be a good time. And also, to lighten up the mood, we just got shirts. So if y'all want to support us, go to auburnstudentveterans.com and buy some shirts.
Where's the draft house?
Draft House is right downtown next to Taco Mall. Where we live. Yeah.
The proceeds, like 10%, I think, proceeds go to student veterans.
Yeah.
I believe that.
Anything else? I think I'll.
Alright, but any other announcements, or any other announcements? Seeing none, we're gonna go and click out, so if y'all just pick up your iPaders. Okay. Any other business? Alright, seeing none, this meeting's adjourned.
We have a lot. It's a lot. It's fun, but it's a lot, you know? Yeah, I can't believe it. Okay,
That's why I asked you.
I need to.
We're gonna have a quick meeting in the back. So I know the timing. We just had to get a meeting for this one, but we're gonna work something out.
Okay.
Let's go, Papa. How we going?
Yeah, I'm in.
That's so good. You're so good.
Hey, I'm just trying to keep up to date.
Yes. Yeah. I am. I'm a sophomore student.